Hello and welcome everyone to episode number 14 of MCQ Solutions. I hope you guys are really doing good और मैं तो हमेशा मस्त ही रहता हूँ. So first of all, today is Independence Day. So wish you all a very happy Independence Day and may you do well in your exams and make your family and the country both and also the teachers proud. Secondly, today also coincidentally marks the commencement of the Jain festival. I belong to the Jain community. That is a festival called Paryushan, under which if we have committed any sin all throughout the year, if we have caused any harm to any creature if we have caused any harm, human or non-human, we apologize to everybody with folded hands, and that apologizing is called Michhami Dukdam. So greetings of Paryushan Parv also to all of you all. Apart from that, एक थोड़ा सा दुखी हो गया आप ये बात सुन के that now we are left with only 2 episodes. आज के बाद there will be only 1 episode. Today's lecture will be capital gains. We are going in the order of the index. उसमें कुछ 80-85 questions के आसपास है. Then we have income from other sources, again about 50-55 questions. If they happen fast and time permits, I will do clubbing of income also. अगर टाइम नहीं परमिट किया, सपोजिंगली 1.5 घंटा हो गया एंड देन आई हैव टू स्टॉप, देन जो लास्ट लेक्चर होगा उसमें क्लबिंग, सेट ऑफ, डिडक्शंस एंड वो जो न्यू कोर्स में 3 एक्स्ट्रा चैप्टर्स आर देयर इन सीए फाइनल, बीईपीएस, टैक्स लिटिस एंड मॉडल टैक्स कन्वेंशन, उनका टुगेदर वेरी फ्यू एमसीक्यूज आर देयर. वी विल फिनिश ऑफ देम एवरीथिंग. फिर वो लास्ट लेक्चर बोले 2 आवर्स भी लगे, बट आई विल फिनिश इन द 15th एपिसोड. सो नाउ वी हैव अ क्लियर पिक्चर. 15 एपिसोड्स टोटल. 15 आवर्स नहीं है, थोड़ा ज्यादा होएगा. इट कैन बी अबाउट 20 आवर्स और सो, मे बी अ लिटिल मोर देन दैट. वो हर एक एपिसोड का टोटल कैलकुलेट करेंगे आवर्स, तब पता चलेगा. बट व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड आई हैड प्रोमिस्ड दैट अबाउट 20-25 आवर्स का इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड मिनिमम गारंटी. पहले मुझे 15 आवर्स लग रहा था, बट थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया, बट वी हैव ट्राइड टू डू अवर बेस्ट एंड मिनिमम 25. एंड स्टूडेंट फीडबैक इज टेलिंग मी, सर दिस इज सर्विंग एज अ रिविजन, वी आर एबल टू रिकलेक्ट एवरीथिंग, इट कैन मैक्सिमम गो टू अवर aggregate also, it can go to our exemption also. Students are telling me, I am not saying this. तो ग्रेट, देन ऑल गुड थिंग्स हैव टू कम टू एन एंड. तो ये जितना भी इमोशन एंड वो सब है, दैट यू कैन कीप फॉर द लास्ट एपिसोड. एंड आज अगर आपने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा तो व्हेन द वीडियो स्टार्टेड, दैट मार्केटिंग क्लिप वाज ओनली फॉर 5 seconds. आई एम स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली रिड्यूसिंग द ड्यूरेशन. एंड जो लास्ट एपिसोड होगा, विच मोस्ट प्रोबेबली आई प्लान टू रिकॉर्ड टुडे ओनली, एंड आई विल अपलोड, जैसे फर्स्ट वाला अपलोड हो जाएगा, सेकेंड आई विल upload. So maybe in the last one also I will do that marketing, and again and again I am saying that uh, this is for the May 21 and the November 21 attempt, and if there is really anybody who has got any issue, especially the financial issue, then you can tell the student to contact me personally and the identity will not be revealed. I have already said that again and again, वापस एक बार बता रहा हूँ. Let's go ahead without wasting any time. Quickly, let's come to our chapter capital gains. That's on page number 157. Rebate under section 87A is not allowed in respect of tax payable. देखिए 111A में 15% टैक्स होता है, 112 में 20%, और sometimes it is 10% without indexation. 112A it is 10% on the excess over 1 lakh. So first 1 lakh there is no tax, after 1 lakh 10% tax, and all of the above. In चारों में से, ऑप्शन में से, दिस इज दैट वन इनकम अगेंस्ट विच रिबेट इज नॉट अलाउड. बिकॉज आप अगर ऑब्जर्व करोगे तो ऑलरेडी आपका फर्स्ट 1 लाख के ऊपर टैक्स नहीं लग रहा है. ऑलरेडी यू हैव सेव्ड नो 1 लाख का 10%. सपोजिंगली आपका 112A का इनकम इज 1,50,000. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ पेइंग 1,50,000 का 10%, यू विल पे ओनली 50,000 का 10%. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ पेइंग 15,000, यू आर ओनली पेइंग 5,000. That means already 10,000 बच गया. And that was the logic which I taught in class. देखिए, MCQ lectures can help you to get marks. And आजकल 90% students have this tendency, how to clear the exam, how to get 50 or 60. Just tell us how to clear. We are not interested in knowing the logic. So obviously, in our MCQ lectures, we have not consumed any time to know the logic. But if you ever happen to come in contact with me with respect to your full course, where I discuss every provision with history, with reason, with logic, why was this section created, which will help you not just to clear your exam, but also to get a good job in big firms, in big companies with your knowledge. In that, I explain the logic. Today, I briefly told you the logic. फर्स्ट 1 लाख का 10%, 10,000 आपने ऑलरेडी सेव कर दिया है, तो इस इनकम के सामने आपको रिबेट नहीं मिलता है, बाकी सब इनकम के सामने आपको मिलेगा। क्वेश्चन 2, सिक्योरिटीज, ट्रू और फॉल्स? सिक्योरिटीज हेल्ड एज स्टॉक इन ट्रेड बाय एफआईआई इज ट्रीटेड एज कैपिटल एसेट। यस, तभी तो उसके कैपिटल गेन आते हैं 115 एडी के अंदर। 3, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग विल बी ट्रीटेड एज लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल एसेट इफ हेल्ड फॉर मोर देन कितना मंथ्स? नॉर्मल रूल इज 36, 3 एसेट्स में 12 एंड 2 में 24, उसमें 24 बारे में आते हैं आपके इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी एंड अनलिस्टेड शेयर्स। For treating unlisted zero coupon bond long term capital asset, it should be held for more than once it is a zero coupon bond, whether listed or unlisted doesn't matter. So listed securities excluding units, units of equity oriented mutual fund and zero coupon bond, they all will become long term after 12 months. Immovable property and unlisted shares will become long term after 24 months and every other asset 36 months. Units of business trust will be treated as long term asset if it is held for more than, देखिए यूनिट्स में द क्राइटेरिया इज इक्विटी और अदर्स. इफ इट इज इक्विटी इट विल बी 12 months. इफ इट इज एनीथिंग अदर देन इक्विटी इट विल बी 36 months. Unlisted preference shares will be treated as long term. Once the word unlisted shares comes, it is irrelevant whether it is equity or preference. कोई मतलब नहीं है. Unlisted shares will become long term after 24 months. Vedant Bang, again this is my past student, May 2017 attempt. Both groups in first attempt. Transfer the shares and received units of business trust in exchange of shares. Listen, initially you will purchase shares. Exchange के time पे no capital gain. Capital gain will arise when you sell the units. Selling price of unit के सामने cost price of shares minus होता है. And दोनों का holding period add होएगा because this question is with respect to the holding period. So period of holding will be considered from the date when units are allotted. नहीं, शेयर का होल्डिंग पीरियड से लगाकर स्टार्ट होगा यूनिट के सेल तक. Will include share as well as unit holding period. Only share भी नहीं and none of the above भी नहीं. Which of the following does not constitute transfer? Extinguishment of any right like liquidation. Yes, it is transfer. They are asking does not constitute. Redemption of ZCB. Yes, it is transfer. Compulsory acquisition. Yes. Sale वैसे transfer तो है but because it is stock in trade obviously आपके capital gain के लिए ये transfer नहीं हो सकता है. Question 9. Rate of tax including surcharge and penalty under income declaration scheme. ये 2016 में एक scheme लाया था. It is unfair that the actually institute is expecting you to remember this now, but उस time पे एक rule आया था that pay 45% including surcharge, penalty, everything, and we will not ask you any question. 45% all inclusive was the rate under the income declaration scheme. Mr. Alkesh Raheja, again he is one of my past students, and his younger brother Tarun Raheja also was my, both of them are chartered accountants now, converted his capital asset into stock in trade on 10th March 19. अरे आप में अक्कल होना चाहिए. दिस इज 1819. अगर आपको इतना देख के समझ नहीं आता है whether it is 1819 or 1920 then there is trouble. March 19 means 1819, which was acquired by him on 7/7/2003. He subsequently sells the stock in trade on 19th May. Which years will be considered for indexation? देखिए स्टार्ट डेट ऑफ इंडेक्सेशन तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं है, 3/4 से होगा. दिस इज 3/4, दैट मीन स्टार्ट डेट, ये दोनों आंसर तो रॉन्ग हो गए. एंड एंड डेट, दो द स्टॉक इज सोल्ड इन 1920 बट इट इज हेल्ड एज स्टॉक. ये कैपिटल एसेट कब तक था? ये डेट तक. एंड अकॉर्डिंगली होल्डिंग पीरियड विल बी दिस. होल्डिंग पीरियड एंड इंडेक्सेशन both will be this period. On 26 July 2015, due to severe flood, assets of Chandrakant were destroyed, which had book value, that is WDV of 5 lakh. मतलब ये depreciable assets हो गए. On 5th August 2019, he received 6 lakh from insurance company for the assets which were acquired by him on 9/5/13. What will be the period of holding? Start तो obviously इस डेट से होएगा. That means ये option कट गया. And though the compensation you are receiving, when are you receiving the compensation? 5th August. But if they ask you holding period, can I say once the asset got destroyed, उसके बाद में तो आपका asset ही नहीं है. That means holding period is over on your 26 July itself. So this also becomes wrong. अब बचा दो. Now you have to see holding period wise तो both are right. 9th May 13 to 26 July 15. लेकिन capital gain क्या? बहुत easy है. Selling price 6 lakh, cost price 5 lakh, capital gain 1 lakh, and therefore ये भी आपका wrong हो जाता है. Option A. Rishi Chopra, he is one of those students who has studied IPCC and final both from me. आज से कुछ साल पहले I have stopped teaching IPCC, but ये तो May 17 में final भी हो गया था, May 17 में. तो IPCC I think इसका May 14 था. I had taught him. उस टाइम पे मैं IPCC पढ़ाता था, तो IPCC and final दोनों मेरे से पढ़ा है. Purchase deposit certificate from Kapadia Limited on 5 February 2014. On 7th September 2017, these were converted into debentures of Kapadia Limited. These debentures were subsequently sold on 15 December. What will be period of holding? देखो end date तो definitely 15th December रहेगा. So this option is definitely out of question. Start date कौन सा लोगे? Start date. I acquired on this date and convert इस डेट को, but my investment happened on this date. तो मेरे जेब से जिस दिन को इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है वहां से लिया जाएगा अकॉर्डिंगली 5th February 2014 से लगाकर 15th December 2019 तक का ऑप्शन, and that is your option C. Full value of consideration for partner when he transfers capital asset to firm. Transfer of capital asset by partner to firm. Section 45(3). That means the value recorded in the books of the firm. तो ढूंढ लो कौन सा ऑप्शन है? Option C. Full value of consideration for firm when it transfers capital asset to its partners. Firm के लिए 45(4) it is going to be fair market value. मतलब मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं read all the options. I am reading all the options and choosing. Okay. Obviously, how will you find out whether I am reading or no? I am reading and searching for the correct answer. Ultimately, if you know the section, you directly know the answer. Without option also, you should know the answer. Okay. So, these MCQ lectures can never be a replacement of your full course. Once you have studied the full course, उसके बाद में ये MCQ आपका रिवीजन भी हो जाएगा और आपका मार्क्स का भी गारंटी ले लेगा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. इफ कॉम्पेंसेशन इज रिसीव्ड ड्यू टू इंटरिम ऑर्डर. देखिए इनिशियल कॉम्पेंसेशन तो इंस्टॉलमेंट मिलता है, वैसे ही टैक्सेबल हो जाता है फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट. बट इफ देयर इज एन ऑर्डर दैट मींस यू हैव डेफिनेटली गॉन फॉर अ रिट पिटीशन एनहेंस कॉम्पेंसेशन. इंटरिम ऑर्डर में कभी भी इट विल नॉट बी टैक्सेबल. Enhanced compensation is taxable in the year when the final order is passed. When will it be taxable? अब सर्च करो फाइनल ऑर्डर किधर दिया? 15 में C. When securities are sold by depository but the income of which is chargeable in the hands of beneficial owner. अभी आजकल वही हो गया ना डीमैट में, हम लोग उनको बोलते बेचने को on our behalf. तो how will we determine the period of holding? जब भी आप डीमैट अकाउंट में सेल करते हो, डीमैट में रूल इज holding period will always be decided on the basis of FIFO, that is first in first out. 45(5)(a) joint development agreement. Transfer of land and building. आपके पास जो भी था बदले में आपको they will give you new property plus some cash. That stamp duty value of new property plus the amount received in money is selling price. Cost price जो भी आपका एक्चुअल था and taxable in the year of receipt of completion certificate. और वो जो मनी वाला कंपोनेंट होता है उसके ऊपर TDS will get attracted. एंड फ्यूचर में जब आप बेच दोगे देन वॉट एवर यू आर टेकिंग एज सेलिंग प्राइस टुडे विल बी टेकन एज कॉस्ट प्राइस एट दैट टाइम. एंड इफ यू हैव ट्रांसफर्ड दैट बिफोर रिसीविंग सीसी देन नॉर्मल कैपिटल गेन प्रोविजन विल बी एप्लीकेबल. पूरा जॉइंट डेवलपमेंट अग्रीमेंट. यू शुड जस्ट नो दिस एडिशनल पार्ट दैट जॉइंट डेवलपमेंट अग्रीमेंट का जो प्रोविजन है इट इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल पर्संस. जॉइंट डेवलपमेंट अग्रीमेंट 45(5)(a) इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली एंड ओनली फॉर इंडिविजुअल एचएफ. सो हम ये नहीं बोल रहे दैट फर्म एंड कंपनी कैन नॉट हैव प्रॉपर्टी. जो जॉइंट डेवलपमेंट में चला हो सकता है जाएगा रीडेवलपमेंट में, बट द प्रोविजन ऑफ 45(5)(a) इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली टू इंडिविजुअल एचएफ. स्लाइट डिफेक्ट इन द सेक्शन. एक्चुअली किसी के साथ भी ये हो सकता है एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंटली दे शुड इंक्लूड all assessees. But as we are all aware that one day when I become the finance minister of the country, which is very soon, it is a matter of time, talks are going on. One day when I become the finance minister of the country, I will make the amendment. As of now, it is applicable only to individual and HUF. Cost of acquisition in case of enhanced compensation. Can I say पूरा का पूरा cost आपने ओरिजिनल के सामने ले लिया है, enhance के सामने आपको खाली क्या मिलेगा? Litigation, and therefore आपका cost of acquisition will be 0. ग्रॉस सेल कंसिडरेशन व्हेन यू रिसीव एसेट अंडर लिक्विडेशन. मेरे पास शेयर्स था, बदले में मुझे एसेट मिला, फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू ऑफ द एसेट, बट उसमें से सम कंपोनेंट टू द एक्सटेंट ऑफ फ्री रिजर्व कंपनी विल पे डीडीटी 222C के अंदर, एंड देयरफॉर दैट डीम्ड डिविडेंड विल बी सबट्रैक्टेड. दैट मींस फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू ऑफ एसेट रिसीव्ड माइनस द डीम्ड डिविडेंड अंडर सेक्शन 222C. इन केस ऑफ बायबैक ऑफ लिस्टेड शेयर्स ऑन 1 जुलाई. लिस्टेड शेयर्स के ऊपर बायबैक टैक्स इस साल से देखिए, अनलिस्टेड के ऊपर फुल ईयर बायबैक टैक्स, सो नो टैक्स ऑन द शेयर होल्डर. लिस्टेड के लिए बायबैक टैक्स केम फ्रॉम द 5th of July which was the budget date for 1920 previous year. You should know all this, नहीं तो मेरा अमेंडमेंट का लेक्चर अलग से है वापस. 5th जुलाई को आया, दैट मींस अप टू 4th जुलाई नो बायबैक टैक्स. एंड 5th जुलाई से भी अगर बायबैक पहले से अनाउंस हो गया था, पब्लिक अनाउंसमेंट, वो ऑर्डिनेंस में आया था, इफ द अनाउंसमेंट हैड टेकन प्लेस, अगेन नो बायबैक. दैट मींस 1st जुलाई नो बायबैक टैक्स ऑन द कंपनी, and if there is no buyback tax on the company, then tax will be paid by the shareholder. What will be the gross sale consideration among the following in case land is transferred under specified agreement to developer to develop real estate project? Joint development. क्या होता है सेल कंसिडरेशन? स्टैम्प ड्यूटी वैल्यू जो आपको न्यू प्रॉपर्टी मिलता है उसका प्लस द अमाउंट इन कैश. अगर कुछ है तो बस सर्च करना है. इफ यू नो द प्रोविजन जस्ट सर्च फॉर द आंसर. एफएमवी नहीं, नहीं. स्टैम्प ड्यूटी वैल्यू on the date of issuing completion certificate plus cash if any. Capital gain arising from transfer of land and building under specified agreement for development of project to developer will be taxable. In which year? Not when he takes over, not when the cash is received, not when you sell it, but in the year in which you get your completion certificate. Capital asset distributed by company to shareholder on its liquidation. Capital gain will arise किसको? लिक्विडेशन के टाइम पे. कंपनी के लिए इट इज नॉट अ टैक्सेबल ट्रांसफर, सो नो कैपिटल गेन, ओनली डीडीटी विल बी पेएबल ऑन द डीम्ड डिविडेंड. एफएमवी ऑफ द एसेट ट्रांसफर्ड रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू द फ्री रिजर्व्स. लेकिन शेयर होल्डर इज गेटिंग इंस्टेड ऑफ शेयर्स के लिeu में इज गेटिंग एसेट्स, सो शेयर होल्डर के लिए देयर विल बी कैपिटल गेन, ओनली शेयर होल्डर. पेंटिंग which is of national importance transfer to national art gallery, state whether it is transfer. It has been specifically excluded from the definition of taxable transfer. Which of the following is not a transfer? Conversion of capital asset into stock in trade, it is a transfer, so not पूछा है, so this cannot be your answer. Compulsory acquisition, it is a transfer. Transfer of capital asset by holding company to wholly owned, that means 100% subsidiary. Holding to 100% subsidiary or 100% subsidiary to holding, this is not a taxable transfer. And again insurance claim is also receipt, तो taxable transfer होगा. इन केस ऑफ बायबैक ऑफ अनलिस्टेड शेयर्स, अब अनलिस्टेड के अंदर तो पहले दिन से ही बायबैक टैक्स एप्लीकेबल है. व्हाट इज द रेट ऑफ टैक्स? 115 क्यूए के ऊपर ये क्वेश्चन है. 20% बेसिक विदाउट ग्रॉसिंग अप प्लस 12% कंपल्सरी सरचार्ज, 4% एचईसी. दैट्स योर ऑप्शन सी. मिस्टर सचिन खेरडीकर acquired gold bonds under the gold monetization scheme for rupees 65,000 on 7th April 2016. These bonds were redeemed on 7th August 2019 by Mr. Srinivas for 95,700. What is the income taxable? पागल की तरह इन दोनों के डिफरेंस को टैक्सेबल मत कर देना. गोल्ड बॉन्ड अंडर गोल्ड मोनेटाइजेशन स्कीम हैज बीन एक्सक्लूडेड फ्रॉम द डेफिनेशन ऑफ कैपिटल एसेट. अगर कैपिटल एसेट टैक्सेबल ट्रांसफर दोनों में से कोई एक भी नहीं होता है, देन देयर इज नो कैपिटल गेन अराइजिंग ओनली. इट हैज टू बी अ कैपिटल एसेट and a taxable transfer, then only we will do computation, otherwise we will not do any computation. Question number 28. Capital asset transferred to member by HUF due to partial partition, what will be the gross sale consideration? remember जब भी HUF का टोटल पार्टीशन होता है, ओनली देन इट इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड इन इनकम टैक्स. मैं आपको एक नॉलेज के लिए एक बात बता देता हूं, जब भी पार्शियल पार्टीशन होता है, इट इज नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज्ड ओनली इन इनकम टैक्स. इट इज एज गुड एज द ट्रांजैक्शन हैज नॉट टेकन प्लेस. इनकम टैक्स विल क्लोज इट्स आईज. इनकम टैक्स यही मान के चलेगा कि कोई एसेट किसी ने किसी को दिया ही नहीं है. देयर इज नो ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम एनीबडी टू एनीबडी एंड अकॉर्डिंगली देयर इज नो टैक्सेबल transfer. Income tax recognizes only total partition of HUF. Income tax does not recognize partial partition of HUF. Question 29. Transfer of capital asset or intangible asset by firm on succession into company is not transfer. Not transfer मतलब firm के ऊपर capital gain नहीं आएगा. There are some conditions that all assets and liabilities should be taken over. Minimum 50% voting power in company should go to the partners. कुछ conditions है. Which among the following is an incorrect condition? Means इसमें से कौन सी condition नहीं है for escaping capital gains? If you satisfy some conditions, it is not a taxable transfer, then there will be no capital gain. But which of the following उसमें से condition नहीं? एटलीस्ट 50% ऑफ पार्टनर्स शुड बिकम शेयर होल्डर। ये 50% ऑफ पार्टनर्स बोला, यही आपका राइट आंसर है, बिकॉज दिस इज इनकरेक्ट। क्योंकि 50% वोटिंग पावर होना चाहिए। दैट मीन्स सपोजिंगली ओल्ड फर्म में 2 ही पार्टनर थे, ऑल ऑफ देम हैव टू बिकम शेयर होल्डर्स। वो भी जो उनका पीएसआर था उसी रेशियो में, और टुगेदर मिनिमम 50% उनको वोटिंग पावर देना है। मतलब नंबर ऑफ पार्टनर वाइज नहीं चलेगा, वोटिंग पावर वाइज दे हैव टू बिकम, एंड दैट मीन्स फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज ओनली इनकरेक्ट, एंड दैट मीन्स दैट इज ओनली अवर आंसर, बिकॉज वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द इनकरेक्ट। बट देख लेते हैं, पार्टनर शुड नॉट रिसीव एनी कंसिडरेशन, यस दिस इज अ कंडीशन एप्लीकेबल, एंड देयरफॉर ये हमारा आंसर नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई इनकरेक्ट। All assets and liabilities, yes it is a condition, therefore this cannot be our answer. And partner should hold minimum 50% voting power, yes it is a condition, so not our answer. What among the following will not be deducted from gross sale consideration? Not be deducted, cost तो माइनस होगा, हमको not पूछा है, ब्रोकरेज भी माइनस होगा, इंप्रूवमेंट भी माइनस होगा, लेकिन सिक्योरिटीज ट्रांजेक्शन टैक्स डिडक्ट नहीं होता है। A forfeited advance money 10,000 is received from B in respect of property sale, where B failed to pay the balance within the stipulated time on 10/4/19। अगर 10/4/19 है, that means can I say ये income from other sources में already taxable हो गया है? Yes or no? And if it has already become taxable under income from other sources, then you are not required to subtract anything from your cost of acquisition. In that case, you will not be required to submit or subtract anything from your cost of acquisition. Up to previous year 13-14, it was not taxable under income from other sources, and consequently you had to subtract it from your cost of acquisition under capital gain. But from previous year 14-15, this has become immediately taxable under income from other sources, and consequently once you have paid tax, you are not required to subtract it again from your cost of acquisition. This being financial year 19-20 already taxed under income from other sources, तो cost में से कुछ भी minus नहीं होगा। Question number 32. Transfer of capital asset by private company to LLP is not regarded as transfer subject to certain conditions. This time they have asked you to identify a correct condition. Last time अगर observe करोगे तो बोला था what is the incorrect condition. This time you are required to identify which among the following is a correct condition. Erstwhile shareholders of the company entitled to receive at least 75%, ऐसा कोई रूल नहीं है, मिनिमम 50% का रूल है, तो can I say this becomes an incorrect condition? Turnover gross receipts in the business of the company must not exceed 60 lakhs in any of the 3 previous. Yes, it is one of the conditions, and the question is asking you to identify the correct condition. Because of that, this only becomes your right option. However, as I have always told you that you should always go through all the 4 options. Unless and until you have gone through all the 4 options, you should never come to a conclusion. No amount is paid to any partner. This is not a condition, and total value of asset का भी कोई condition नहीं है. Consequently, as already decided, option B is only going to be your right answer. Question number 33. Where a firm transfers its asset to successor company and conditions are not fulfilled, who will pay tax, and in which previous? Firm has already dissolved. The firm is not in existence anymore, and consequently tax has to be paid by the company. तो जिधर जिधर भी firm मिलता है वो option को तो eliminate करते जाओ. Company will pay tax, and in which year? Obviously transfer year आपका पहले ही जा चुका है, तो obviously in the year in which the conditions are not fulfilled. Question 34. Mr. Gangaram, a senior citizen, mortgaged his residential house with a bank under a notified reverse mortgage scheme and received 6,000 as monthly payment from bank. What will be the gross sale consideration for transfer of house property whenever a senior citizen goes for reverse mortgage? What is a reverse mortgage? Let me explain. Supposingly person is senior citizen, उसके पास assets है, property है, लेकिन कोई running income नहीं है, and you need daily income, no? This lockdown has taught us everything. So the senior citizen is saying, I am mortgaging my property to you, and you pay me every month something. You pay me something, and when I die, you take away the property to recover the money. तो बैंक कैलकुलेट करेगा कि भाई साहब के कितने दिन बचे हैं अप्रोक्सीमेट, उसके हिसाब से एवरी मंथ व्हाट वी हैव टू पे टू द सीनियर सिटीजन, एंड मैक्सिमम व्हाट विल बी आवर लायबिलिटी कि भाई तुम 5 साल जिएगा, 10 साल जिएगा, कितना साल जिएगा. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट बैंक विल मेक एन एस्टिमेट एंड गिव यू अ प्रॉमिस ऑफ मंथली पेमेंट. वंस यू डाई दैट प्रॉपर्टी विल गो टू द बैंक, या फिर आपके लीगल हेयर बैंक को जाके उनका रिपेमेंट करके वो प्रॉपर्टी छुड़ा सकते हैं. दैट मीन्स कैन आई से आई हैव प्रॉमिस टू ट्रांसफर माई प्रॉपर्टी, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिवर्स mortgage. That means यू पे मी नाउ एंड टेक प्रॉपर्टी आफ्टर आई डाई, उसके ऊपर कोई भी टैक्स नहीं लगता. इट हैज बीन अगेन स्पेसिफिकली exempt from taxation. Foreign currency rate which is to be used for converting cost of acquisition in case of first proviso of section 48, cost को convert करेंगे at the average of buying and selling rate on the date of purchase. selling price average rate पे होता है date of transfer, transfer expense average rate पे date of transfer, तो NSC मिलेगा. cost will be average rate on the date of purchase and that final amount of capital gain which is in foreign currency वो convert होता है at the buying rate on the date of transfer. So here they are asking about cost, average rate on the date of acquisition. Benefit of indexation is not available. shares में तो मिलता है, sovereign gold bonds में भी मिलता है. This is one of the exception to bonds and debenture. land and building में मिलता है, and this is very easy actually. debentures के अंदर you will not get. What will be the gross sale consideration for shares debentures issued under ESOP in case of transfer under a gift? ESOP या गिफ्ट के अंदर, दोनों ही केस के अंदर, when we are going to sell them in future till the date of receiving them, जो FMV होता है उसके ऊपर हमने ऑलरेडी टैक्स भर दिया होता है, and therefore in case of future sales the consideration is going to be the fair market value of the shares. Mishra LLP was formed after transferring all assets of Anupam Private Limited. Assets were transferred on 19th September 2014, which was acquired by Anupam Private Limited on 23/11/2002. The asset was sold by Mishra LLP on 15th February 2019. What will be the period of holding? When conditions are satisfied, that means जब कंपनी से LLP को asset transfer हुआ था उस टाइम के अंदर there was no taxable transfer, and therefore we have to apply cost to the previous owner and holding period of the previous owner का concept, and that means we have to start the holding period from this date and end the holding period on this date. So this is 2/3 and ये February है, so this is 18/19. Now you don't make this mistake, and therefore 2/3 से लगाकर 18/19 का जो आपका ऑप्शन है, that's option C. Rate of tax for non-resident in case of long-term capital gain on unlisted shares. Unlisted shares मतलब पक्का इंडेक्सेशन नहीं मिलेगा, and ये 112 के अंदर ही दिया है that when you are not getting indexation you will pay 10% tax. Why will they pay 20? क्योंकि इंडेक्सेशन तो उनको पक्का नहीं मिलने वाला है, 10%, and इंडेक्सेशन अगर पक्का नहीं मिलने वाला है then this only becomes the option. By the way, these are not the options. ये ऑप्शन यहाँ पे है. अब ये चार में से do you understand only B is right, and when only B is right the correct option that you will select is out of the four option A, because in option A B का आपका दिया हुआ है. Question number 40. Miss Meera received shares of resulting company due to demerger. Other information is as under. Cost उसका demerged company में 40. That means the total amount that she paid in the demerged company is 40,000. FMV on the date of demerger is irrelevant. Book value of asset transferred by demerged company 5 lakh and net worth of the demerged company is 12 lakh. What will be the cost of acquisition in the resulting company? Resulting company. Whenever there is demerger, तो मेरा जो initial cost है वो proportion में divide होता है between demerged company and resulting company. And in which proportion? Proportion of transfer. So here if I am asked cost in the demerged company, तो मेरा आंसर होगा original cost 40,000, proportion retained 7/12. But this is not the question. They are asking cost in the resulting company, that is original cost in the proportion transferred 40,000 into 5/12 is giving you 16,667. Question number 41. State whether true or false. Conversion of stock in trade into capital asset and subsequently capital asset is sold. Cost of capital asset will be the cost at which inventory is acquired. No. Fair market value को cost लिया जाता है, वो हमने देखा है इसको conversion वाले provision के अंदर. Which of the following is not a capital asset? Rural agricultural land or urban? अगर urban आपका आंसर होएगा तो both होएगा. This is not the answer, so this cannot be the answer. Rural agricultural land. Urban is a capital asset. Sale is taxable. Only compulsory acquisition is exempt. What will be the cost of acquisition of sweat equity shares? वैसे we get it at a concessional price. लेकिन जो concession है that is taxable under ESOP, under salary, and that means till that FMV we have already paid tax, and therefore the fair market value on the date of allotment will become the cost of acquisition whenever we sell it in future. Mr. Mitul, an employee of A Limited, received sweat equity shares under ESOP which was subsequently sold by Mr. Mitul. What will be the cost? अभी अभी हमने देखा, you just have to search for FMV computed as per the rules. On which date individual HUF should be the owner for the purpose of exemption under 1037A in land pooling scheme? 1037A, that is reconstitution of the state of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. ये actually again this is a past amendment and it is unfair that you are being tested on this, but अब MCQ में cover हो गया है तो आपको ये एक अलग से एक्स्ट्रा चीज लर्न करने के लिए हो जाएगी. 2 जून 2014 को वो लैंड पूलिंग स्कीम अनाउंस हुआ था. अगर आप उस दिन ओनर हो तो आपको 1037A का बेनिफिट मिलेगा. 1037A provides for exemption on transfer of specified capital asset on the context of land pooling scheme. ये जो 1037A का बेनिफिट है, this is available only and only for individual HUF. In fact, let me tell you, 1037 जो compulsory acquisition of agricultural land, urban वाला, rural is not a capital asset. Urban agricultural land का compulsory acquisition is exempt in 1037A. 1037 land pooling scheme का capital gain exempt under 1037A. और एक आपका 54B when you transfer agricultural land and acquire another agricultural land, इन तीनों के लिए it is individual and HUF. Mr. Umesh, an individual, transferred land in Amravati under land pooling scheme on 6th July 16. Amravati is in Andhra also. By the way, there is one Amravati in Maharashtra, but there is Amravati in Andhra also, which was acquired by him on 9th May 2003. That means, can I say 2014 में वो owner था. Umesh received possession of the reconstituted plot. FMV ये सब nonsense दिया हुआ है. Remember, इसका capital gain zero रहेगा because he is a subscriber of the land pooling scheme. Indexation is not available in case of depreciable asset में नहीं मिलता है, slum sale में भी नहीं मिलता है, 112A में भी नहीं मिलता है, and accordingly all of the above. Rate of tax for non-resident if he has long-term capital gain from sale of land in India. Land के ऊपर पहली बात तो आपका कोई 10% का ऑप्शन है ही नहीं. It is always 20 and non-resident does not get indexation on securities. Securities पे नहीं मिलता है. Other than securities, land हो गया, jewelry हो गया, gold हो गया, silver हो गया, it is going to be 20% with indexation. What will be the cost of acquisition for bonus share which are acquired before 2001? देखो, after 2001 तो zero ही रहेगा, लेकिन before 2001 it is going to be the FMV. Cost of acquisition of unit of equity oriented fund on which STT is paid at the time of transfer under 112A. 112A का cost क्या है? Grandfathering benefit. First, we will take our selling price or FMV on 31st January 2018, whichever is lower, and that will be compared with our actual cost, whichever is higher. Actually, rule क्या है? Cost और FMV on 31st January, whichever is higher है. लेकिन वो लेने के पहले your FMV has to be compared with selling price. So FMV or selling price, whichever is lower, compared with cost, whichever is higher. You just have to search. A cost and be lower of FMV on 31st January and GST, whichever is higher. मतलब इन दोनों में से whichever is lower लेंगे and compare with cost, whichever is higher. यही हमारा आंसर है. देख लेते हैं. इन दोनों में से lower compare with cost, whichever is lower. नहीं, इन दोनों में से तो higher कभी होएगा ही नहीं. And as already told you, this is also your answer. On 1st May 2019, Mr. Y transferred self-generated goodwill of his profession for rupees 50,000. What will be the capital gain amount? वैसे आपका mind most probably आपको यही बोल रहा होगा that self-generated asset means selling price actual और उसमें cost zero होता है. That means 50,000 taxable. But जब किसी profession का goodwill transfer होता है, for profession transfer of goodwill has been specifically exempt. Professional goodwill अगर transfer हो रही है, then it has been specifically exempt and consequently आपका capital gain zero होगा. For which of the following capital asset cost of acquisition will be zero? Right share? नहीं, इसके लिए तो मैं पैसा भरता हूं. Share under corporatization scheme, इसमें जो मेरा membership है उसका cost लिया जाता है. Amalgamation में भी cost लिया जाता है. ये जो trading और clearing rights होता है, what basically is this? Let me explain इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है. Earlier हमारे जितने भी स्टॉक एक्सचेंजेस थे, बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, they were all registered AOPs, association of person, and people purchased membership in them. And because they were members of stock exchange are allowed to do trading. और हम लोग ट्रेडिंग नहीं कर सकते, we have to do it through the members. Like some of these famous companies, Motilal Oswal, Nirmal Bang, Inam Securities, through these companies we will be doing our trading. But then SEBI made a rule that all stock exchanges which are AOP have to compulsory convert into company. That was called corporatization of stock exchange. So the stock exchange will convert into AOP. A stock exchange which is AOP will convert into company. So now these members of AOP will become shareholders of the company. And that means instead of membership right, now we will become shareholders and have voting power. And with this voting power, we get the trading right. So whatever cost we paid to acquire membership in AOP, that will become cost of our shares. जो AOP में मेंबर बनने के लिए कुछ तो कंट्रीब्यूशन किया होगा, वो हमारे शेयर्स का कॉस्ट बन जाएगा. लेकिन ट्रेडिंग के लिए हमने अलग से कुछ भी पे नहीं किया. एंड ट्रेडिंग एंड क्लियरिंग राइट्स दे आर ऑलवेज अटैच विद द शेयर्स. मतलब सपोजिंगली आप आज मेंबर ऑफ स्टॉक एक्सचेंज नहीं हो, यू आर नॉट अ शेयर होल्डर इन BSE लिमिटेड और NSE लिमिटेड, एंड यू वांट टू बिकम मेंबर ऑफ स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, तो आप उसके शेयर्स खरीद लोगे. दैट इज योर कॉस्ट ऑफ शेयर्स. जब भी आप शेयर्स बेचोगे, वो पूरा का पूरा कॉस्ट आपका कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन बनेगा. और इन शेयर्स की वजह से आप ट्रेडिंग कर सकते हो, और ट्रेडिंग के लिए आपने अलग से कुछ नहीं पे किया है. एंड देयरफॉर ट्रेडिंग राइट्स का कॉस्ट इज ऑलवेज टेकन एज 0. मिस्टर केविन परचेस्ड राइट्स ऑफ सब्सक्राइबिंग टू शेयर्स फ्रॉम खुशबू एट 15 per share for 10 shares. And then Kevin purchased the shares for 50. That means, can I say Khushbu must be the original shareholder who has got the right over the further issue, and Kevin wants to buy. That means she sold at 15 rupees, and now Kevin will purchase the share at 50. That means, can I say the total cost of Kevin will be 15 paid to Khushbu plus 50 paid to company, 65 rupees, and subsequently he sold the share for 55. That means, can I say selling price 55 and minus cost price 65. What is the amount of capital gain? Negative amount of 10 rupees. Indexation benefit is available to which of the following asset? पहला ही हमको मालूम है, it is available to this, क्योंकि bonds and debenture में नहीं मिलता है, but within that bonds and debenture, capital index bonds and sovereign gold bonds of RBI have been specifically given as exception. Revaluation of assets should be ignored while calculating net worth of undertaking in case of slum sale. True or false? Absolutely true. All kinds of revaluations are going to be ignored. Cost of improvement done before 1/4/2001. What will you do? It is going to be ignored. Why ignored? Because आपको जो FMV का ऑप्शन मिलता है, उसके अंदर आपका इंप्रूवमेंट कॉस्ट ऑलरेडी आ गया. Provisions of section 50 for computation of capital gain in case of depreciable assets can be invoked in which of the following circumstances? कभी ये ब्लॉक में कभी कभी कैपिटल गेन आता है. सपोजिंगली यू सेल एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द ब्लॉक, एक भी एसेट बेचा एंड द सेलिंग प्राइस इज मोर देन द ओपनिंग प्लस WDV, दैट मींस नेगेटिव आ रहा है, तो हमको कैपिटल गेन करना पड़ेगा. और व्हेन यू सेल ऑल द एसेट्स, एंड व्हेन यू सेल ऑल द एसेट्स, वेदर यू सेल फॉर हायर प्राइस और लोअर प्राइस, ब्लॉक ही नहीं रहेगा, तो फिर हमको कैपिटल गेन करना पड़ेगा. टोटल 3 केसेस. Let's see. Where one or some of assets are sold for more than the value, so yes, we have to calculate capital gain. When all assets are transferred for more than the value, yes. When all assets are transferred for less than value, yes. And therefore answer will become D. जब भी एक से ज्यादा आंसर है, तो you have to choose this as your option. Miss Gianna, my school teacher, entered into an agreement for sale of her house property for 45 lakh and received a cross check of 5 lakh. To hell with it. Stamp duty value on the date of agreement का कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, because stamp duty value on agreement date will be considered if the advance is received in account pay check, account pay draft or electronic mode. If you receive advance in these 3 modes, then only agreement date stamp duty value will be considered, otherwise वो option तो गया. That means actual selling price 45 and we will see possession date stamp duty value. Agreement date के लिए this 5 lakh advance had to be in allowable mode. So on the date of registration it was 46 lakh 90,000. Then what will be the GST? Agreement date गया. अब इन दोनों में से कंपेयर करोगे तो 4690 आपका हायर आया, और अगर आपने 4690 चूज किया ना, तो अब मरा. Why? You have to check एक्चुअल का 5% कितना होता है. 45 lakh into 5%, that is 2 lakh 25. Is the difference within that range? Yes. If the difference is within that range, then now we can take our actual only as our GST. अगर ये difference 5% से ज्यादा होता till November 20, May 21 में amendment आया, next year नए lectures, only if students give good response to this, then only I will feel that I should do it again. तो उनके लिए 10% हो गया, लेकिन आपको 5% ही पढ़ना है, 5%. दैट मीन्स कैन आई से दिस इज गोइंग टू बी विद इन द रेंज, तो एक्चुअली एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगा. यस और नो? ओके. क्वेश्चन 60. मिस्टर मीत संपत, दिस इज माई स्कूल फ्रेंड. ये मेरे साथ स्कूल में पढ़ता था एंड ही इज नाउ अ लॉयर एंड ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी फेमस क्रिकेट एनालिस्ट. क्रिकेट से रिलेटेड कोई भी टॉक शोज और वो सब होता है तो ही इज ऑलवेज इन्वाइटेड over there, but here his story is different. He is proprietor of Sampath and Company, transferred a depreciable asset for 2,50,000 which was acquired by him on 20th December 2008 for 60,000. अब इसका ओरिजिनल परचेज प्राइस से कोई मतलब नहीं है बिकॉज WDV ऑफ द ब्लॉक इज व्हाट 2 लाख. सो सेलिंग प्राइस 250 माइनस WDV ऑफ द ब्लॉक 50,000. कैन आई से कैपिटल गेन विल बी 50,000. तो ये तो ऑप्शन आपका कट गया, ये भी गया. And remember, in block asset, it will be always short term, never long term. Exemption under 54D, वो compulsory acquisition of land and building is available. 54D किसके लिए है? 54D is available to all assessees. Very easy. Question 62. For claiming 54D exemption with respect to industrial undertaking, the asset transferred should be which? Long term में मिलता है कि short term में? दोनों में मिलता है, क्योंकि compulsory acquisition कभी भी हो सकता है. Mr. Arun Shekhar, again, he is my student, video lecture student from Delhi and now a very good friend of mine because the age difference is very less, very good friend of mine. Only a past student and I think he gave CMA exams in which he was all India rank holder also. CS, CMA students have also been taught by me, not specifically customized या dedicate करके, लेकिन because majority portion is common, so they have also been taught by me. Has agricultural land costing 5 lakh in Lonavala on 1/4/2003 and is used for agricultural purposes. When government compulsorily acquired his land, 15 lakh given as compensation, what will be the amount of भाड़ में गया everything. पहली बात तो we don't know whether it is urban or rural, doesn't matter. Rural is not a capital asset. और अगर urban भी होता ना, they have not specified, तो no problem. But urban भी हुआ ना, compulsory acquisition of agricultural land is exempt. So under both cases, because they have not specified, it is okay in a question like this because it is compulsory acquisition. अगर sale होगा ना, then they will have to specify urban or rural. Compulsory acquisition तो वैसे भी exempt never. For 54B urban agricultural land is transferred, new agricultural land should be purchased. कितना टाइम के अंदर? What is the time limit? Construct हो ही नहीं सकता, has to be purchased within 2 years. तो खाली ये चार में से एक ही स्टेटमेंट राइट है, ऑप्शंस ये है, तो ये बी कहां पे दिया है? दैट्स योर ऑप्शन सी. बी इज गिवन इन सी. कितना कंफ्यूजिंग है बाबा. इफ कॉस्ट ऑफ न्यू रेसिडेंशियल हाउस इज लेस देन द लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन, दैट मींस योर इन्वेस्टमेंट इज लेस देन द गेन, देन कितना एग्जेम्प्ट? हमको पता है ना, न्यू हाउस का कॉस्ट और कैपिटल गेन विच एवर इज लोअर, अगर वो लोअर है कॉस्ट, दैट मींस कैन आई से एंटायर कॉस्ट इज गोइंग टू बी योर एग्जेम्पशन. इफ एसेट इज ट्रांसफर्ड विद इन 3 years फॉर विच एग्जेम्पशन हैज बीन क्लेम्ड, देन the gain exempt earlier now becomes taxable. Very easy, very clear, very straightforward. Section 54 EC exemption is available by transfer of EC में change आया है. पहले EE EC दोनों में any long term asset था, but now it is only going to cover land, building or both. For claiming exemption under 54 EC, long term bond should be purchased which is redeemable. मतलब विद इन 3 months यू हैव टू परचेस, लेकिन रिडीमेबल कितने टाइम के बाद? उसका लॉक इन पीरियड देखिए, ट्रेडिशनली द लॉक इन पीरियड ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू बी 3 years. So there are high chances that because the traditional lock-in period was always 3 years, you might end up choosing 3 years as your option. लेकिन यहां पे एक चेंज आया था, if the bonds are issued on or after 1/4/2018, देन उसका रूल चेंज करके 5 years में, मतलब पहले के बॉन्ड अगर आपके पास अभी भी है तो 3 years होगा, बट देन नाउ हैविंग दैट अर्लियर बॉन्ड्स का लाइक्लीहुड थोड़ा कम हो गया. सो दैट वे देखिए, सबसे पहले 2 and 7 आर रॉन्ग, 3 is right and 5 is also right, but between 3 and 5 more appropriate answer is 5, and MCQ is all about choosing the most appropriate answer. Remember, when there is more than one correct answer, तो जो ज्यादा appropriate है उसको चूज करने का आपको मार्क्स मिलेगा. मैं आपको ये बात कंटिन्यूअसली बता रहा हूं, इसलिए भी बता रहा हूं बिकॉज देर आर सम people then who will later on create controversy after results. They will come up with answer booklets and make videos on their channels so that they get more views, and then all that reason say they will come out to create controversy and sit down and abuse the mother body. which is not correct culture, that is not the correct culture. Okay, and therefore I am against that concept. Now you may like me or hate me for whatever I have said. Don't watch my lectures. If you are not happy with what I am saying, don't watch my lectures. But I am not going to say things which are pleasing you. I am going to say things which are good for you. You focus on your work. You cannot change the examination system. First become a CA, fight elections, enter the council, reach the top, change the rules. Every time I am not happy with any provision of Income Tax Act, I always say this: I will become finance minister and change it. Today criticizing is not good. You first become so qualified that you are so powerful that you can change it. If you don't like the rules, reach the top, change the rules. Stop creating controversies. They are only, those Avengers are doing it only for, forget it, let me not say otherwise again, वो लोग शुरू हो जाएंगे ऑनलाइन गालियां देना एंड ट्रोल, एंड हु केयर्स अबाउट दोस ट्रोल्स? जो गो किल योरसेल्फ, जितना गाली देना दे दो. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू मेक एन आयोटा ऑफ डिफरेंस टू मी. मैं आपको बताता हूं स्टूडेंट्स, गिव मी 2 minutes टाइम, गिव मी 2 minutes टाइम, आई विल टेक 2 minutes ऑफ योर टाइम. हिस्ट्री कुछ ऐसा था दैट नवंबर 2017 में फेसबुक लाइव में मैंने पूरा का पूरा direct text का portion 8-9 hours I said, and I revised the entire portion. Students got the advantage. Next attempt se people started copying my style and started posting their lectures and all that. And then May 2018 में I wanted to do something different. तो repeat नहीं करके what I did was मैंने live lecture लिया amendments का. May 2018 का amendment का lecture I did live. That was this time done on YouTube live. I did that. That means every attempt I was trying to do something good for the students. You know, some people have been asking me, "Ke sir, last 2 years say why you are not doing anything good for us? Why you are not doing anything? ये out of love and affection. जो earlier आप revision के amendment के lectures, sir, earlier you were giving all the lectures free. Now why you have suddenly started charging for them, and why you have become like this, sir? Sir, you were earlier a good human being. Why you have become like this? Because May 2018 के बाद में समवेयर आपका जब नवंबर का अटेम्प्ट आने वाला था एंड सम पीपल स्टार्टेड पुटिंग दोस कंट्रोवर्शियल वीडियोस, आई वेंट अगेंस्ट देम बिकॉज दे वर बेसिकली ट्राइंग टू generate publicity, sympathy, and convert them into admissions. So I went against them, and all the students whom I helped without bothering whether वो मेरे से पढ़ा है या मेरे से नहीं पढ़ा है, has been my student without bothering whether I have received fees from that person or no. Some of those students for whom I went out of the way started trolling me and abusing me online, and I was very very hurt. Especially it was Teachers Day and I was so badly hurt. I said आज के बाद I am not going to do anything. And last 1.5 years I'm very upset. I said I will not do it. But then obviously I realized that those students who approached me, they said that sir, for because of some selected few people, why should other people suffer? Okay, so I thought that is also right only, because who cares about these? Seriously, I'm telling you, if I was not a teacher, no, then today I would have used some words. To hell with those online trolls, to hell with those who want to put abusive things online. I am working for the benefit of students. If you like my lectures, watch my lectures, otherwise get out of these lectures right away. So I am not going to say things to please you, those people who are doing it for publicity, buying fake subscribers, buying fake views only so that they can sell their lectures. You want to fall in that trap, you fall in that trap. I really don't care. Now these lectures are only meant for दो स्टूडेंट्स जिनको अपना करियर अच्छा करना है. तो मैं वही बात करूंगा जो आपके करियर के लिए अच्छा है. मैं वो बात नहीं करूंगा जो आपको खुश करती है. आई एम नॉट हियर टू सैटिस्फाई और प्लीज यू. आई एम हियर सो दैट आई कैन शेप योर करियर एंड अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू. The one who will talk sweetly with you is definitely not going to think good about you. I am not going to have any sweet talks with you. Let me be clear. Okay? And you don't like my nature, don't watch my lectures. Simple है, बहुत simple है, very simple thing. And those who like my nature, that yes sir, you are saying anything which is good in our interest only, we should focus on our exam. Because let me tell you, those people who filed a case against the institute, by the time कोर्ट का हियरिंग आया तब तक दूसरा अटेम्प्ट निकल गया था, एंड मोस्ट पीपल क्लियर्ड इन दैट. क्या हुआ फायदा? एंड दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम इट हैज हैपेंड मेनी टाइम्स बिफोर ऑल्सो. बस इतना सोशल मीडिया नहीं था, फर्स्ट थिंग. एंड सेकेंड थिंग, स्टूडेंट्स को भड़का भड़का के इंस्टीट्यूट के अगेंस्ट धरना देने वाले लोग नहीं थे. एंड दैट इज द रीजन इतना पब्लिक में नहीं आया था. ओके, अल्टीमेटली नथिंग हैपेंड टू दैट धरना. कुछ भी नहीं हुआ उस धरने का, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. एवरीथिंग वाज सडनली क्लोज्ड, ऑल प्रोटेस्ट वर विड्रॉन. There are many other ways to become famous. Okay, many other ways. You can still dislike this video if you want. To hell with you. You can still post nasty comments. I will delete all of them. To hell with you. To hell with you. But those students who genuinely want to shape their career for a better future can continue watching. चलिए आगे चलेंगे. Sorry for taking your time, but question number 69. Capital gain under section 54G should be utilized for which of the following purpose? 54G, that means can I say transfer of industrial undertaking in urban area and shifting to rural area. क्या acquire कर सकते हो? Plant machinery कर सकते हो, building land कर सकते हो. That means you can do both. Furniture is not allowed. Mr. Shripal, 50% shareholder, received assets which has SFMV of 6 lakh 50 and cash of 1 lakh from the company which went into liquidation in lieu of its shareholding, which he acquired on 10th September 2007 for 2 lakh. Company paid DDT on deemed dividend under 220C of 3 lakh. Catch, सुनिए catch. ये कंपनी ने टोटल पे किया. ही इज ओनली 50%. दैट मीन श्रीपाल के लिए जब आप करोगे तो यू हैव टू टेक ओनली 50%. And then Shripal has invested 50,000 within 6 months in NHAI bonds. What will be the amount of capital gain? They have given you cost inflation index also. तो चलिए पहला क्वेश्चन आपका सम बेस्ड आया. दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 70. वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट कैपिटल गेन फॉर मिस्टर श्रीपाल. सबसे पहले वी विल टेक सेल कंसिडरेशन. व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ सेल कंसिडरेशन? फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू ऑफ योर एसेट्स विच आर रिसीव्ड. दैट इज कैन आई से 650 प्लस 1 lakh. आपको आई थिंक टोटल 7,50,000 के एसेट्स मिले. यस और नो? एसेट्स वर्थ 650 एंड कैश ऑफ 1 lakh. माइनस वी विल डू डीम्ड डिविडेंड अंडर सेक्शन 222C बिकॉज उतने के ऊपर कंपनी ने ऑलरेडी टैक्स भर दिया. ये सेलिंग प्राइस है, कॉस्ट बाद में माइनस होगा. अगर आपने इधर 3 lakh लिखा ना तो आप मरा, बिकॉज 3 lakh इज द टोटल डीम्ड डिविडेंड. फॉर श्रीपाल वी विल टेक ओनली 1,50,000. एंड लिसन, by minusing 3 lakh, whatever answer comes is one of the wrong options. 6 lakh. And now minus index cost of acquisition. He had acquired it for 2 lakh rupees in 7/8. That means 2 lakh into 289 divided by 129. कुछ 448,062 मेरे को मिल रहा है. आई डोंट नो वेदर इट इज राइट. हमको ऑप्शन देखना पड़ेगा. 151,938. क्योंकि कैलकुलेटर तो क्या है ना, वी आर नॉट सो यूज्ड टू यूजिंग द कैलकुलेटर्स. 151,938. दो इस बार वन ऑफ द ऑप्शंस इज 151,938. देन इट इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट. अगर आपने अब देखिए यहां पे 3 लाख लिखा होता तो दैट वुड हैव बीन वन ऑफ द ऑप्शंस. ये नेक्स्ट, अगर आपने यहां पे NHAI बॉन्ड्स का 54EC माइनस कर दिया ना तो आप वापस मरेगा. बॉस क्यों मरेगा मालूम है? बिकॉज 54EC इज अवेलेबल ओनली ऑन ट्रांसफर ऑफ लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग एंड दिस इज ऑन शेयर्स. तो अब वो अवेलेबल नहीं है. सो दिस ऑल्सो हैज टू बी इग्नोर्ड. नाउ इफ यू टेक 3 लाख यहां पे ये मिस्टेक, तो आपका आंसर 201 आएगा. देन उसमें से अगर आप सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दो NHAI RECL वो इन्वेस्टमेंट, तो ऑल दीज परम्यूटेशंस ऑफ गोइंग रॉन्ग को मैंने रॉन्ग ऑप्शन बनाया. करेक्ट ऑप्शन आपका यही है. एनीथिंग एल्स इज रॉन्ग. क्वेश्चन नंबर 71. इन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एसेट शुड एलिजिबल स्टार्टअप इन्वेस्ट सो दैट असेसी कैन क्लेम डेप्रिसिएशन? 54GB में ऐसा होता है. असेसी कैन क्लेम, सॉरी 54GB. 54GB में इंडिविजुअल HUF विल सेल लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग एंड अक्वायर शेयर्स of a manufacturing company or startup, and that startup will invest in plant and machinery, and based on the investment of the startup in plant and machinery we will get our benefit. और उसके अंदर only new is allowed. So new plant and machinery के अंदर invest होगा, then only you will be getting the benefit. If equity shares of company are acquired by individual HUF or new plant and machinery acquired by company are sold within how many years, then the capital gain will be taxable again. उसके लिए लॉक इन पीरियड जो दिया है, दोनों के लिए मींस आई हैव अक्वायर्ड शेयर्स इन द कंपनी एंड कंपनी हैज अक्वायर्ड प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, दोनों के लिए जो लॉक इन पीरियड प्रिस्क्राइब किया गया है, दोनों के लिए लॉक इन पीरियड प्रिस्क्राइब टू बी 5 years. 54 GB that is investment in shares by transfer of residential house, this is applicable, अभी आपको बोला, only for individual and HUF. In 54 GB, eligible company should invest in purchase of new plant and machinery within 1 year from what? देखिए हमने उसके अंदर जो shares लेना है that we have to take before the due date of filing return and from the date when we acquired the shares, वहां से 1 year के अंदर you have to take and that is date of subscription. Mr. Wadia transferred the asset deposited in the amount and deposited the amount in CGDAS as per 54F and claimed exemption of 58,000. Within the stipulated period of investment, he died. What will be the amount taxable for legal heir? जब CGDAS का investor expires, then legal heir is not required to pay any tax on that. Long-term capital loss incurred due to 112A, that is concessional rate of 10% for transfer of listed equity shares, units of equity in mutual fund or units of business trust, cannot be set off. नहीं, पहले exempt होता था ना, जब तक 1038 था तब it was not allowed to be set off, but now it is taxable, no? So can be set off and carried forward. Can be set off against any other gain? No please, no please. Can be set off only against long-term capital gain and carried forward to 8 subsequent years. Question number 77. Mr. Mohan transferred unit of equity oriented mutual fund for 2,50,000 on 7th August 2019, which was acquired by him for rupees 60,000 on 6/6/2010, which was acquired by him on 6/6/2010. What will be the amount of capital gain? यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एक correction है question में. Capital gain under 10 at 10% लिखा है, that is not the correct question. What will be the amount of capital gain taxable under 112A? 112A में कितना capital gain taxable होगा? Cost inflation index is given and FMV is given. First of all, grandfathering में कोई indexation नहीं मिलता. This is irrelevant. How will we calculate the capital gain? What is the style of calculating? Sale consideration में we will take the actual amount. Actual amount is 2,50,000. माइनस जब हम लोग कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन लेते हैं, इंडेक्सेशन इज नॉट अवेलेबल, वी विल टेक सेलिंग प्राइस और एफएमवी विच एवर इज लोअर. पहले तो बोलो, सेलिंग प्राइस इज 250, एफएमवी इज 130, दैट मीन्स कैन आई से 1,30,000 एंड दिस विल बी कंपेयर्ड विथ योर एक्चुअल कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन जो आपको दिया हुआ है 60,000 रुपीज का. इन दोनों में से विच एवर इज हायर, दैट मीन्स कैन आई से 130 एंड अकॉर्डिंगली आपका 1,20,000 कैपिटल गेन टैक्सेबल होगा. 1,20,000 ये पूरा इनकम में जाता है. इनकम में पूरा जाएगा. जब टैक्स कैलकुलेट करेंगे तब 1 लाख माइनस होगा इन 20,000 के ऊपर 10% आएगा. मिस्टर जुबिन, अ नॉन रेसिडेंट हैज इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज 70,000 एंड शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन ऑफ 30,000 फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड म्यूचुअल फंड. व्हाट विल बी द अमाउंट ऑफ टैक्स? ये टोटल 1 लाख बिलो बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन, नो. लेकिन नॉन रेसिडेंट को अनएग्जॉस्टेड बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन नहीं मिलता है, नहीं मिलता है. एंड दैट मीन्स चलो ये तो चला गया 250 के अंदर है, ठीक है, लेकिन बाकी का जो बचा हुआ बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन है यू कैन नॉट यूटिलाइज. यू हैव टू अप्लाई 15%, वो आपका 4,500 एंड यू हैव टू अप्लाई 4% सेस एंड अकॉर्डिंगली योर करेक्ट आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी 4680. रेसिडेंट गेट्स अनएग्जॉस्टेड बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन, नॉन रेसिडेंट को नहीं मिलता. Concessional rate of 10% on transfer of long-term unlisted securities or shares is available. ये रेसिडेंट को नहीं मिलता है. रेसिडेंट इट इज ओनली listed securities 20% or 10%, but only non-resident will get this. Once section 112A is exercised, which of the following benefit is not available against the long-term capital gain? Chapter 6 से नहीं मिलता है, correct. Transfer expense, if there is any brokerage, you will get it. So not available पूछा है, so wrong. Rebate you don't get against 112A क्योंकि already 1 lakh का benefit मिल रहा है. Unexhausted basic exemption for resident, you get it, and they are asking not available. That means A and C, A and C, A and C, option B. Mr. Vinay inherited land from his father which was mortgaged by his father. Vinay paid the outstanding money to the bank which released the mortgage. अभी वो reverse mortgage आया था ना. That means Vinay ने वो loan repay किया. What will be the cost? Obviously, पहली बात तो it is inheritance, so cost to the previous owner will apply. but साथ में he has also paid some amount so that he can get it released. That means there is some actual cost incurred from the pocket also. That cost to the previous owner plus the amount that you have paid to the bank. Your common sense is more important. This is going to be your cost of acquisition. Under section 50C, stamp duty value taken as gross sale consideration only if, वैसे तो stamp duty value whichever is higher ही होता है, लेकिन अब तो हमको पता है ना 5% का margin is allowed and वो 5% actual पे होता है. तो let's see, asset transferred is building and cost is less than SDV, then in that case शायद apply करे नहीं apply करे, 5% is allowed. Asset transferred is land and building and SDV is more, नहीं, asset transferred is land building or both and stamp duty value is more than 105, then only we will take as stamp duty value. If it is within the range तो actual लेते, हमने तो एक sum भी देखा है जहां पे actual लिया, so it has to be more than 105%. Mr. Khanna, who is a salaried employee, invests in equity shares. What is the benefit in respect of STT paid by him on sale and acquisition of 100 listed shares? What is the benefit available पूछा है, which has been held for 14 months. देखिए, listed equity shares, STT paid है मतलब listed है, 14 months मतलब long term हो गया. You have to decide benefit available. There is no rebate under 80/80 which is available. STT paid will be treated as expense, नहीं मिलता है deduction. Capital gain is taxable at a rate of 10% on capital gain exceeding rupees 1 lakh, because if you observe carefully, this is 112 है, long term है, 12 months से ज्यादा, equity shares है, long term है, and STT is paid, therefore 112 है. And concessionals, अगर short term होता ना, अगर ये 7 months होता ना, less than 12 months होता ना, then this would have been the option, but because it is long term, C will be your option. These are all ICAI RTP question. Especially 84 number question and 85 last two questions of capital gain are from your May 2020 RTP, recent RTP. Okay, Mr. Rajan purchased 300 shares in Vaigai Limited on 12th January 2017 at cost of 2500 per share. Fair market value of the share as on 31st January 2018 is 1800. Mr. Vaigai sold all the shares of, correction please, Mr. Rajan sold all the shares of Vaigai Limited. Rajan sold all the shares of Vaigai Limited on 15th July 2019 for 3200. So cost is given, FMV is given and selling price is given. We can compute the gain, multiply by number of shares, 300. Then Mr. Rajan's brother Mr. Ravi purchased 600 shares in Tapti Limited on 25th January 2017 at a cost of 1900. FMV on 31st January is 2400. Mr. Ravi sold all the shares of Tapti on 31st January 2019 for 1700. This has to be 31st January 2020 for 1700 per share. What is the chargeable capital gain on sale of shares of Vaigai Limited and Tapti Limited in the hands of Mr. Rajan and Mr. Ravi respectively for AY 1920? For AY 1920. अच्छा, AY 1920 पूछा है, you have to change it to AY 2021. All questions should be applicable to your exam का जो applicable year है. तो if you observe, Rajan का sale date also is 15 July. That means previous year 1920, assessment year 2021, and Ravi का date also I changed. It has to be previous year 1920, assessment year 2021. Though this will not affect the calculation, let me tell you very clearly. तो चलिए फिर calculation करते हैं for both Rajan and Ravi. First step is going to be sale consideration. That is very easy. What is the sale consideration? For Rajan it is 3200 and for Ravi it is 1700. And when we take cost of acquisition, first step is going to be sale consideration or FMV, whichever is lower. Sale consideration or FMV, whichever is lower. Sale consideration to already we have here. FMV देखिए, FMV on 31st January. Vaigai का FMV is what? 1800. That means can I say for Rajan we get 1800 and for Ravi what is the FMV given to you? 1700. Sorry, that is the selling price. What is the FMV given? 2400. So for Rajan the lower is 1800, but for Ravi the lower will be 1700. सेल कंसिडरेशन और एफएमवी विच एवर इज लोअर. देखो इसका एफएमवी आपको क्या दिया है 1800, सो विच एवर इज लोअर, एंड इसका एफएमवी आपको दिया है 2400, सो विच एवर इज लोअर. बट दिस विल बी कंपेयर्ड विथ योर एक्चुअल कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन. अब राजन का कॉस्ट कितना था 2500 एंड रवि का कॉस्ट कितना था 1900. And यहाँ पे we will take out of the two whichever is higher. That means for Rajan it will be 2500 and for Ravi it will be 1900. Accordingly, Rajan के लिए you get 700 capital gain and Ravi के लिए you get 200 capital loss. Now you just multiply by shares. Rajan का कितना shares था 300 and Ravi का कितना shares था 600. Accordingly, इसका capital gain आएगा 2,10,000 एंड इसका कैपिटल लॉस आएगा 1,20,000. राजन का 2,10,000 गेन एंड रवि का 1,20,000. अगर आपको 112A का कैलकुलेशन पता है तो यू कैन सॉल्व इट एनीवेज. तो सर्च करेंगे, अब सर्च करेंगे. कैपिटल गेन ऑफ राजन 210, कैपिटल लॉस ऑफ रवि 420, रॉन्ग. कैपिटल गेन ऑफ राजन 420, रॉन्ग. कैपिटल गेन ऑफ राजन 420, रॉन्ग. कैपिटल गेन ऑफ राजन 2,10,000 एंड कैपिटल लॉस ऑफ रवि 120. This is your correct option. Anything else is wrong. During the previous year 1920, Mr. Akash, this is also May 20 RTP. ये amendment के ऊपर question आया है. Mr. Akash has 80 lakhs of 111A short term capital gain, 70 lakhs of 112A long term capital gain, and business income of 90 lakhs. Which is the following? Which is the correct statement? Question is based on surcharge. Surcharge. अभी नया surcharge आया ना? Total income 80 plus 79, 150 and 90, 240, 2 crore 40 lakhs. After 2 crore 25%, after 5 crore 37%, total income 2 crore से ज्यादा. और अगर आपने 25% surcharge लिया ना तो आप मरा. Because after this amendment came, there was an ordinance. Direct question on the ordinance. Without this, have you crossed 2 crore? No. If without this you have not crossed 2 crore, तो पूरी की पूरी इनकम के ऊपर 15% लगेगा. एंड अगर विदाउट दिस सपोजिंगली ये अकेला 290 होता तो इसके ऊपर 25 लगेगा, या अगर 5 करोड़ से ज्यादा हुआ तो 37. बट दीज इनकम्स जो आपका कैपिटल गेन है इस पे ऑलवेज 15%. एंड हियर वी आर विदाउट दिस वी आर ऑलरेडी लेस देन 2 करोड़. दैट मींस पूरे के ऊपर आपका 15% ऑन योर एंटायर अमाउंट 15% सरचार्ज. तो सरचार्ज एट 15% विल बी लेविड ऑन योर एंटायर इनकम ऑफ 2.4. आपका 25 एंड 37 अप्लाई नहीं करेगा. दैट वॉज योर चैप्टर कॉल्ड कैपिटल गेन्स. लेट्स कंटिन्यू. आई नो वी हैव क्रॉस्ड 1 hour बट वी हैव सेट अ टारगेट. कैपिटल गेन एंड अदर सोर्सेज तो डेफिनेटली वी विल फिनिश इन दिस लेक्चर इवन इफ इट क्रॉसेज 1.5 hour. वैसे अदर सोर्सेज में ज्यादा क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो वो जल्दी होने का एक्सपेक्टेशन है हमको. एंड देन क्लबिंग, सेट ऑफ डिडक्शंस एंड जो रिमेनिंग 3 एक्स्ट्रा चैप्टर्स इन न्यू सिलेबस है दैट विल बी फिनिश्ड इन द नेक्स्ट lecture. I would request all the students who have watched till episode 14 to please watch the last lecture. I will be giving some closing comments. I think I deserve about 5-10 minutes time after giving so many hours to you. तो चलिए चैप्टर नंबर 37 के ऊपर चलते हैं. इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज. इन केस ऑफ मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, आपको पता है मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट में सिटिंग फीस टैक्सेबल होता है बट जो डेली अलावेंस एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी अलावेंस एग्जेम्प्ट होता है. तो देखते हैं. डेली अलावेंस इज एग्जेम्प्ट बट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट अलावेंस टैक्सेबल, रॉन्ग. कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी अलावेंस एग्जेम्प्ट, डेली अलावेंस टैक्सेबल, रॉन्ग. दोनों एग्जेम्प्ट होता है. बोथ आर टैक्सेबल, रॉन्ग. बोथ आर एग्जेम्प्ट, राइट. अंडर 222E, हाउ मच परसेंटेज ऑफ शेयर होल्डिंग शुड शेयर होल्डर होल्ड इन क्लोजली हेल्ड कंपनी फॉर टैक्सेबिलिटी ऑफ डिविडेंड? बेनिफिशियल शेयर होल्डर होल्डिंग मोर देन 10 नहीं, 10 or more. Exact 10 is also covered in beneficial owner. Exact 20 is also covered in substantial owner. What among the following is treated as deemed dividend under 222B? 222B क्या था? डिबेंचर्स दिया, बोनस डिबेंचर्स टू इक्विटी और प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर एंड बोनस शेयर्स ओनली टू प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर. मतलब प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर को कुछ भी दिया तो एंड इक्विटी को बोनस डिबेंचर दिया. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ डिबेंचर डिपॉजिट सर्टिफिकेट टू इक्विटी एंड प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर एंड बोनस शेयर टू प्रेफरेंस शेयर. यही राइट है. Both equity and preference, wrong. Preference and bonus shares to equity shareholder is not deemed dividend. दिस इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग. मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट आंसर इज दिस. प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स का दोनों, बोनस डिबेंचर्स एंड बोनस शेयर्स, एंड इक्विटी शेयर्स का ओनली बोनस डिबेंचर्स. Deemed dividend under 222A to D to the extent of accumulated profit. Will it include bonus shares? Bonus shares, that means capitalized profits. Deemed dividend equal to free reserves including bonus. Bonus का मतलब ही capitalized profit होता है. A, B, C, D के अंदर we will include capitalized profit or not capitalized, but 222E में we exclude your bonus, excluding bonus. तो यहां पे whether capitalized or not दोनों आएगा. A Limited is a company in which public is not substantially interested. B is a shareholder holding 15% equity shares. Accumulated profits as on 31st March 2020 is 10 lakh. Company lent 12 lakh 50,000 to this guy B. B मतलब बंटा, मतलब B only. How much dividend will be taxable under section 222E? The loan is 12 lakh 50. Loan is 12 lakh 50, but obviously it cannot be more than the free reserves. Distribution of loan advance to the extent of accumulated profits by closely held company in which public are not substantially interested. वो कौन से सेक्शन में डीम्ड डिविडेंड है? 222E. 115O DDT is payable by dash. DDT is payable by company only. तो shareholder तो चला गया. At the rate of dash excluding 222E. आपको पता है ना 222E में 30 है, मगर other than that क्या है? 15, and therefore D becomes your right answer. Mr. Kunal, son of Mr. Kunal, a non-resident person, received dividend from X Limited 7 lakh, Y Limited 8 lakh, and Z Limited 3 lakh. How much tax is payable? कोई बच्चा ऐसा करेगा ना. Total 18 lakh minus 10 lakh exempt 115 BBDA. 15 and 3 18 है ना. फिर वो बोलेगा 8 लाख का. अरे पागल, नॉन रेसिडेंट को 115 BBDA लगता ही नहीं है. नॉन रेसिडेंट नॉट कवर्ड अंडर 115 BBDA. क्वेश्चन 9. 115O टैक्स पेएबल अंडर 222E का क्या रेट है? ABCD के रेट इज 15, दैट इज विद ग्रॉसिंग अप. 222E ग्रॉसिंग अप पूछा नहीं है, लेकिन आपको बता रहा हूं 30% विदाउट ग्रॉसिंग अप. Mr. Gaurav entered into an agreement for sale of property on 30th March 14. 30th March 14. That means, can I say previous year 13-14? And received advance of 76,000 on 30th March 14. But the sale could not materialized on 31st March 14. Gaurav forfeited the advance. How will the same be taxable? Till 13-14 अगर forfeiture हुआ है तो IFOS में नहीं आता था. It was subtracted from cost under capital gain, and from 14-15 it became IFOS. So now it will not come under capital gain. Sharmila Private Limited is a company in which public is not substantially interested. It advanced loan of rupees 13 lakh to a shareholder Besharam. That means Besharam is shareholder in Sharmila, who holds 12% voting power. Sharmila Private Limited paid corporate dividend tax at 30%. Whether Besharam is liable to pay tax? Once the company has paid 30%, कोई 115 BBDA भी apply नहीं करता है. 115 BBDA is applicable only on that dividend जिसके ऊपर 15% DDT लगा है, and that also only on residents, and accordingly answer will be no. Under section 56(2)(7)(b), that means issue of shares at a premium. Issue price is more than face value as well as FMV. Issue price minus FMV, not the entire premium. Issue price minus FMV into number of shares. Tax is payable at which amount? FMV minus face value नहीं, issue price minus FMV के ऊपर टैक्स भरना. 56(2)(10) गिफ्ट का प्रोविजन किसको एप्लीकेबल? ऑल पर्सन्स. वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. Mrs. Sunita Surana, the reason behind my existence, the lady who gave me birth, that's whichever language you call her, Ma, Amma, Mother, Ai, Mata, Ammi, whatever language you use, I exist because she exists. So, Mrs. Sunita Surana acquired jewelry. She is very rich, she has got a lot of jewelry. On 5th June 2019, and fair market value is 6,75,000. What is the income taxable? Is the asset covered jewelry and more than 50,000? That means, can I say entire amount of 75,000 rupees will be taxable? In respect of dividend received from domestic companies in excess of 10 lakh by an individual, no chapter 6A deduction is allowed. Yes, because special rate. But losses can be set off. No, flat 10% लगेगा. नो डिडक्शन अंडर चैप्टर 6A एंड नो लॉस कैन बी सेट ऑफ, यही राइट है, बट रीड द ऑप्शंस. बोथ आर अलाउड, रॉन्ग. डिडक्शन इज अलाउड बट लॉस इज नॉट अलाउड, नो. ना तो चैप्टर 6 से मिलेगा ना सेट ऑफ मिलेगा. मिस्टर रितेश रिसीव्ड अ कैश गिफ्ट ऑफ ₹75,000 फ्रॉम हिज फ्रेंड रचित ऑन द ओकेजन ऑफ मैरिज. हाउ विल इट बी टैक्सेबल? Any gift received on the occasion of marriage, that one occasion in life where even income tax has got sympathy with you, no tax. Mr. Bharat has acquired building of 40 lakhs on 20th July 2019 and stamp duty value is 4175. What is the taxable income? आपको लग रहा होगा 1,75,000 is more than 50,000 तो टैक्स लगेगा, बट वो 5% जो 50C में आया, जो 43C में आया, वो इधर भी आया. एंड अगेन यू हैव टू से 5% ऑफ एक्चुअल. कैन आई से 5% ऑफ एक्चुअल मतलब 2 lakhs आएगा. एंड इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ 175 विद इन द रेंज? इफ इट इज विद इन द रेंज then nothing is going to be taxable. Mr. Siddharth Surana received cash gift of rupees 3 lakh. I wonder when she will give it. From his wife's sister on account of his birthday. I was born on 15th of December. Due date of advance tax. Advance tax due date के दिन पैदा हुआ था. Amount taxable under section 56 to 10 will be what? Remember, brother or sister of spouse is relative. Gift received from relative irrespective of occasion, not taxable. Mr. Madhav employed at ABC Limited. Compensation received by Madhav from Mr. Gopal. ये सब गोलमाल वाला है. In connection with the termination of his employment, such receipt of compensation will be taxable under which? देखिए जब भी आपका जॉब लॉस होता है, अगर आपको इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्प्यूट एक्ट के अंडर कॉम्पेंसेशन मिलता है, देन इन सैलरी देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड रिट्रेंचमेंट कॉम्पेंसेशन. But when it is a mutually negotiated compensation, then some employees were raising controversy that sir ये तो 1010B के retrenchment compensation में cover नहीं होएगा because it is not under industrial dispute act. और इसीलिए गवर्नमेंट ने पीजीबीपी एंड आईएफओएस दोनों को मॉडिफाई किया एंड दोनों चैप्टर के अंदर ये प्रोविजन डाला दैट इफ इट इज इन कोर्स ऑफ बिजनेस it will be taxable under PGBP, and if it is not business, जैसे he is a salaried employee, it is not in course of business, it will be taxable under other sources. मतलब industrial dispute act हुआ तो salary होगा, otherwise you have to check if it is in course of business then business, if it is not then ultimately IFOS you have to pay tax. Question 20. ABC is wholly owned subsidiary of PQR. ABC Limited received shares from PQR without consideration. FMV on shares is on the date of transfer is 5 lakh. How much income is taxable? ये कोई relative नहीं है, कोई exemption नहीं है, more than 50,000 है, and all assessees के लिए it is going to be fully taxable 5 lakh. P, a dealer in jewelry, that means इसका stock है, received jewelry of 16 lakh from Q on 9th August. FMV is 18 lakh 50. How much income is taxable? Under 56 to 10 IFOS. IFOS में कुछ भी taxable नहीं, because IFOS का gift is applicable only if it is stock, only if it is capital asset for the receiver. When it is stock in trade for the receiver, it will not be taxable. Mr. Jay Naver, आपको ऋषि चोपड़ा याद है? ऋषि चोपड़ा who studied from me in IPCC and final both. Rishi, Jay and again Umang Kapadia, they were all in the final का batch May 2017. All have become chartered accountants. Now उसमें ऋषि एंड उमंग वर इन IPCC also. Jay joined them in final. So as I have always told you that my past students become my questions, you also get a good result. I will put you here. Mr. Jay Naver received land without consideration from his best friend Mr. Umang Kapadia. Stamp duty value on the date of receipt of land is 60 lakh. Discuss the taxability under section 56 to 10 in the hands of Jay Naver. Gift received from friend, not relative. कोई मैरिज वैरिज का ओकेशन नहीं है. मोर देन ₹50,000, ग्रेटर देन 50, एंटायर 60 लाख विल बी टैक्सेबल. इंटरेस्ट ऑन बॉन्ड्स इशूड बाय अ स्टेट पूल्ड फाइनेंस एंटिटी, एक 10-15 के अंदर एक स्पेसिफिक एग्जेम्पशन दिया है, ये आपका फुल्ली एग्जेम्प्ट रहता है. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी एग्जेम्प्ट. एंड लाइकवाइज जो बैंक्स को नॉन स्टैट्यूटरी लिक्विडिटी रेशियो वाला जो सिक्योरिटी होता है, नॉन एसएलआर सिक्योरिटी, उसका इंटरेस्ट भी फुल्ली एग्जाम. ये थोड़ा सा लेस फेमस प्रोविजंस ऑफ सेक्शन 10 एग्जेम्प्ट इनकम लाइक्लीहुड में भी आपने आईपीसीसी में भी नहीं पढ़ा, इसलिए शायद आपको पता नहीं होगा. सेक्शन 10 के अंदर ये एग्जेम्प्ट होता है. लाइकवाइज जो पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग बैंक से आपको अकाउंट, सो नॉर्मली आपका सेविंग बैंक नहीं, लेकिन जो पोस्ट ऑफिस सेविंग बैंक होता है उसके अंदर भी एक एग्जेम्पशन है. आपका इंडिविजुअल अकाउंट है तो 3,500 का आपको एग्जेम्पशन मिलेगा. अगर आपका ज्वाइंट अकाउंट है तो टोटल ऑफ 7,000 का आपको एग्जेम्पशन मिलता है, ऐसा आपका 10-15 में एग्जेम्पशन प्रिस्क्राइब्ड है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी अलावेंस बाय पीएम, अल्टीमेटली हिमसेल्फ इज आल्सो एमपी, नो, एंड दैट इज देयरफॉर गोइंग टू बी, जो हमारा क्वेश्चन 1 था, exempt. It is going to be exempt. Dividend stripping is applicable when a person acquires unit within a period of 3 months prior to the record date and sells an unit के लिए कितना था, within a period of 9, purchase के लिए 3 and sale के लिए 9. Government employee Manoj received interest of 8,500 from money deposited by him in the scheme for retirement as notified by the government. Government employees पैदा ही जिंदगी के मजे लेने के लिए होते हैं. गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय को जो नोटिफाइड स्कीम से इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, ऑल दैट इज गोइंग टू बी फुल्ली एग्जेम्प्ट. इनकम इन द नेचर ऑफ फैमिली पेंशन, इसमें कितना एग्जेम्पशन होता है, 1/3 ऑफ द अमाउंट रिसीव्ड और 15,000 विच एवर इज लोअर. सो लोअर ऑफ 1/3 और 15,000, आई थिंक पहला ही ऑप्शन आपका राइट ऑप्शन है. Miss Richa is a resident individual who won 2,10,000 from lottery. Tax payable will be a less than basic exemption. Gadeda 111A, 112 and 112A you get. Otherwise, casual winnings flat 30. 2,10,000 into 30%. 63 को अगर चूज किया ना ऑप्शन में, मरेगा रे गधेड़ा. प्लस 4% HEC, 65,520 will be your answer. Widow of a major who died in Pulwama attack received a family pension of 18,000 per month, that is 2,16,000. Exemption कितना होगा, देखिए वैसे exemption is 1/3 or 15,000 whichever is lower, but if the family pension is received by somebody who received a bravery award like Mahavir Chakra, Paramveer Chakra, Gallantry Award, whether alive or dead, bravery award can be with alive also. Obviously some are after death only like Paramveer Chakra, but bravery award recipient or any person who died on official duty, member of armed forces who died on official duty, उनका family pension fully exempt होता है. Other government employees, for example, my grandfather used to work for railways and my grandmother is getting family pension even after 23 years. My grandfather expired in 1997. Even after 23 years, my grandmother is even today getting pension. उसके लिए it is 1/3 or 15,000 whichever is lower. But if you lost your life as member of armed forces during duty, then fully exempt. Mrs. Agarwal received interest on enhanced compensation of 5 lakhs. She incurred expenditure of legal fees 50,000. What is the income? Interest on enhanced compensation. Always IFOS, year of receipt, flat 50% deduction. So ये deduction नहीं मिलेगा, but 250 is going to be taxable. Mr. Bhairav earned rent from letting on hire his machinery 56,000 in 1920. He paid rupees 10,000 on repairs, 5,000 on insurance and 8,400 depreciation. Income taxable for the financial year 1920 कितना रहेगा? Obviously IFOS में you get actual expense का deduction like you get in PGBP. तो बस 56 में से 10, 5 and 8,400, 23,400, 56 में से 23,400 निकालेगा तो 32,600 जो आपको आपका ऑप्शन बी है. Deduction under 57 was allowed for AY 2021 in respect of expenditure incurred and that expenditure was reimbursed. मतलब डिडक्शन जो आपने लिया वो पैसा वापस मिल गया. अब आपने कहां पे लिया? IFOS में, तो कहां पे टैक्सेबल होगा? ऑब्वियसली IFOS के अंदर इट विल बिकम taxable again, very easy. Miss Shefali received a car without consideration from her friend Kamla. FMV on date of transfer is 35 lakh. How much is taxable? कार को लिस्ट ऑफ एसेट्स में नहीं लिखा है. वन थिंग यू डोंट नो अबाउट गिफ्ट, you can probably end up going wrong. Car is not one of the covered assets and therefore nothing will be taxable. Mr. Uber borrowed money from his sister and the same money is lent to his friend Ola. Uber received interest on 50,000 and paid 65,000 to his sister. That means he is trying to show loss of 15,000, received 50, paid 65. But 35,000 was considered as unreasonable by assessing officer. That means can I say disallow hoga? That means can I say if 35 is disallowed, only 30 will be allowed? That means interest received 50, interest paid 30. What will be the amount taxable under IFOS? Obviously in such a case 20,000, because AO will always have the power to invoke any disallowance. Vivek Surana HUF, that's my chacha, that's my father's younger brother, has a business income. The HUF has business income of 5 lakh for the year ended 31st March 20. Mr. Vivek is the Karta of the HUF and employed in a private company. That's okay. His salary income for the same period is 6,10,000. That is also okay. One of the member of HUF gave cash gift of 1 lakh to the HUF. What is the total income of the HUF? देखिए दिस 5 लाख विल कम इन द एचयूएफ का इनकम. Then Mr. Vivek ka salary income is totally irrelevant. That is going to be taxable in his hands as an assessee. And this 1 lakh is gift by the HUF, but gift received from member is exempt from gift provision. So this will also not come, and effectively only 5 lakh will be taxable. अब मेरे ये permutation अगर आप देख लेंगे, I have taken all the incomes, that is 12 lakh 10. I have taken these two incomes, that is 11 lakh 10. I have taken these two incomes, that's your 6 lakh, and then obviously there is one of the correct option. Okay, 38. ये option सब ऐसे ही create किए, दिमाग लगा. Mr. X receives the following gifts during the previous year 1920. On the occasion of marriage he gets 290. Can I say ignore hoga? On 20th September 19 he gets gift from his grandmother, who is again a relative, so not covered. He gets gift of commercial flat from his elder brother, from the elder brother of his father-in-law. See, father-in-law is relative, but his elder brother is not relative. That means can I say 25 lakh will be taxable? On 20th Jan 2020 he gets a wristwatch, fair market value 1 lakh. This is more than 50, but wristwatch is again excluded from the definition of asset, so not included. And on 10th February 2020 he gets by way of gift a plot of land in Pune from a partnership firm. Firm has only two partners, X and Mrs. X. The stamp duty value is 19. This is one of the covered assets, not received from relative, not received on the occasion of marriage, and therefore this will be taxable. And therefore compute the amount chargeable to tax अगर आपको पूछा तो 25 plus 19, only two are taxable. Permutation भी wrong options को लेके बनाए, 44 lakh will become your taxable amount. Mr. P is a salaried employee. On 1st June 2019 he gets a gift of house property situated in Mumbai. Stamp duty value is 80 lakhs. तो obviously ये तो taxable रहेगा ही, because more than 50. On 2nd August 2019 P gets a gift of house property in Pune. Stamp duty value is 50. You get 50,000 limit for everything, and it has to be greater. It is not greater. Equal to is not covered, not taxable. On 3rd September he also gets gift of house property in Delhi, and this time stamp duty value is 1 lakh. Now this is more than 50, so taxable. Greater than 50, what will be the tax implication in the hands of P, Q and R? देखो, as far as Q and R are concerned, they are giving gift, and gift is not a taxable transfer. So Q and R pe to no impact, only P will pay tax, and that not on 8150, because that 50 is not covered on 81 lakh. So 81 lakh shall be chargeable to tax in the hands of P as IFOS, that's right. And capital gain shall arise in the hands of Q and R. Wrong. Wrong. No capital. 8150 is wrong. This 8150 is also wrong. फिर C तो बचा. 81 lakh shall be taxable in the hands of P as IFOS, and no capital gain shall arise to Q and R. Understood? Mr. Anjan, a property dealer, sold a flat in Mumbai. Stamp duty value is 2 crore for rupees 1.8 crore. That means difference is 20 lakhs. पहले check करो 5% की range में है क्या. Actual selling price is 180. इसका 5% check करने का. इसका 5%. 1 crore 80 lakhs. That's 9 lakh. And the difference is 20 lakh, more than the allowed difference. And therefore, can I say you have to take this 2 crore as selling price? To his friend Mr. Ashwin, a college lecturer, Mr. Anjan purchased the flat 1 year back for 1.5 crore. That means Anjan का selling price is 2 crore and cost price is 1.5. Anjan का जो PGBP है, Anjan के लिए it is PGBP 50 lakh rupees. And he purchased on 1.5 and stamp duty value was 1.5. What are the tax implications? So Anjan के लिए 50 lakh taxable, and as far as Ashwin is concerned, he got property worth 2 crore and paid only 1.8. So for Ashwin, do you understand? 20 lakh, which is more than 50,000 also, more than 5% also. Ashwin ke liye it is going to be IFOS of 20 lakh. So Anjan has capital gain of 50 lakh and Ashwin has IFOS of 20 lakh. Let's search for the correct option. 50 lakh as short term capital gain in the hands of Anjan. Let's see, is it short term? 1 year back, yes. And no tax implication for Ashwin. Wrong. 50 lakh as business income. Wrong. It's capital gain. Oh, sorry. This is, he is a property dealer. It will be PGBP. We have decided. So, wait. This is not wrong. 50 lakh as business income and no tax implication for Ashwin. Now it is wrong. We have decided. This is PGBP and this is IFRS. 50 lakh would be taxable as business income for Anjan and 20 lakh would be taxable as IFOS for Ashwin. This is your right answer. 50 lakh is capital gain. Wrong, because Anjan is a property dealer, it will go in PGBP. Compute income taxable under the head IFOS by Mr. X. Cash gift received from his brother on the occasion of anniversary. This is anniversary, but brother no. Relative, any occasion. Not taxable. Winning from lotteries, 70,000. Taxable. Interest on compensation received on account of compulsory acquisition. टैक्सेबल. तो अगर आपने इन दोनों को ऐड करके 121 चूज किया ना तो मरा 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 मरा, बिकॉज इसका 50% टैक्स होगा and that will be 25,500. So that if you add both of them, that's your wrong answer. Are you following? Now there are some people who add these two and get 95,500. Again mara, this is net. Net, that means after TDS. That means actual income is 1 lakh. 70% पे होगा ना, 30% TDS होता है. That means income is 1 lakh but net you receive only 70,000. तो income में तो पूरा 1 lakh आएगा. And this is the only correct option. इसमें मैंने 151 को भी एक ऑप्शन बना सकता था, but we had to keep only 4 options. So this is the only correct option. Anything else is wrong. Mr. Unni Krishnan, a defense personnel, died in war. That means, can I say lost his life during official duty? Wife received family pension. If died during war, then amount of income chargeable has to be 0. Fully exempt रहेगा. If it is other than official duties, then it will be 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is lower exempt. In the above case, Unni Krishnan did not die in a war. Then what will be the answer? How much wife is getting? 7,500 into 12? 90,000 minus इसका 1/3 करोगे तो 30 रहेगा और 15,000 whichever is lower तो 15 and accordingly 75,000 will be your taxable amount in this case. Family pension received by widow of a member of armed forces where death of the member had occurred in course of operational duties in the circumstances and subject to prescribed condition. Can I say it is going to be fully exempt? Fully exempt, yes or no? Deduction for family pension under section 57 other than obviously वो एक fully exempt को छोड़ दोगे तो what is the deduction? 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is lower. An assessee earned income of interest on securities amounting to 65,000. He paid reasonable sum of 32,000. That means it is reasonable within limit. AO is allowing as commission to banker for realizing interest such amount of expenditure. In that case, अगर question ने बोल दिया reasonable amount है, then it will be fully allowed. अगर कोई भी unreasonable component होता है तो disallow होता है, that we have already seen. Assessee received interest of enhanced compensation as per court degree of the amount said relates to preceding years. That is irrelevant because it is taxable in the year of receipt. अगर आपने 35 बोला तो wrong, 35 का आधा किया तो wrong, 50 बोला तो wrong, you get flat 50% deduction. This is the only correct answer. Deduction available in respect of interest on compensation or enhanced compensation shall be, अभी तो देखा 50%. Meet entered into an agreement with Mukesh for sale of building of 20 lakh in June 2019. Meet received advance of 2 lakh and subsequently the agreement was cancelled. Meet forfeited the advance money. 19 मतलब 14-15 के बाद and 14-15 के बाद it is going to be immediately taxable as IFOS. Up to 13-14 होता तो minus from your cost of acquisition. Agriculture income outside India. देखिए agriculture income is exempt only if in India. Outside India taxable only for resident and it has to be taxable under income from other sources. Which of the following incomes are chargeable under IFOS? Dividend except 1034 because वो exempt होगा. Yes. OMRH, yes. Casual winning, yes. And therefore correct option will be all of the above. On 5/4/2019, GH Private Limited issued 20,000 shares to X at 40 per share. Face value is 10. That means, can I say shares have been issued at premium, 30 rupees ka premium? And fair market value is 30. That means the issue price 40 is more than face value, also more than FMV also. And it's a private company. Private company, more than face value, more than fair market value. X was not in India from the date of issue up to 2nd September, but he came back on 3rd September. That means, can I say 3rd September से लगाकर rest of the year he was in India? That means अगर हम देखेंगे तो September में you have to subtract only 2 days. That means 28, October का 31, November का 30, December का 31, January का 31, February का 29 and March ka 31, 211 days. That means X has become resident. Finally, all conditions are satisfied. Private company issue to resident more than face value, more than fair market value. Whether there is any tax implication? Yes. कितना? पूरा premium 30 rupees नहीं. Only the excess over the FMV. That means 10 into 20,000. 2 lakh will be taxable. Not the entire premium, but only 2 lakh rupees. So no tax implication. Wrong. Would be chargeable in the hands of GH irrespective of residential status. Wrong. Only because X is resident, then only this section applies. Otherwise not applicable. Yes, the amount is going to be taxable in the hands of GH Private Limited as IFOS, and it shall be 2 lakh, and 6 lakh is again wrong. Beautiful question, question number 53. The brightest of students will go wrong. I am telling you. I am telling you. Must question hai. Must question. Every line you can go wrong. पहले marketing देख लिया upcoming batches. क्योंकि last question I have to wind up the lecture. We have crossed 1.5 hours now. हाँ, अब देखना क्या मजा आने वाला है इस लास्ट क्वेश्चन 53 के अंदर. मिस्टर गगन एज 67 years and resident is a retired pension earning a monthly pension. Retired person earning a monthly pension of 12,000 from his employer. He purchased a piece of land in Delhi in December 10 and sold the same in April 19. And taxable LTCG 480 आपको करके दिया. Apart from pension income and gain on sale of land, he does not have any other income. What will be his tax liability पूछा है for the year 1920. मित्रों, question is asking you tax. पहले NTTI करना होगा, and the moment you write NTTI, heads of income, he has got income from salary 12,000 per month into 12. अगर आपने outer column में 144 लिखा ना, you're gone, because you will get a standard deduction. This is one of the wrong options. बिना 50,000 माइनस किए जो आंसर आ रहा है, that is one of my options. I am doing the correct वाला part here. The wrong option is one without standard deduction. So only 94. There is no house property, PGBP. There is only LTCG, which is also computed and given to you. 4,80,000. There is no deductions also. So net taxable total income हो गया आपका 5,74,000. Now calculate tax. First 2,50,000 no tax. अरे पागल, you cannot apply slabs here. You have to split it. Long term capital gain 4,80,000. Land के ऊपर है मतलब 20% and other income 94. ये below basic exemption so 0. तो इसके ऊपर 20 and इसके ऊपर 0, which is also one of the wrong answers because resident individual and resident HUF can utilize the unexhausted basic exemption limit. अब आप कितना basic exemption लोगे? 250. थर्ड मिस्टेक, 67 years का है तो बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन 3 लाख होगा. दैट मींस वी हैव टू यूटिलाइज 206 एंड मेक दिस बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन, एंड दैट मींस यहां से वी विल सब्ट्रैक्ट 206 एंड ओनली ऑन 2,74,000 we will calculate tax at 20% plus 4%. Why 4? This is more than 5 lakhs, so no rebate, no surcharge. 2,74,000 into 20% plus 4%. 56,992 आ रहा है rounded off में. They have asked rounded off only. 56,990. Anything else? Standard deduction भूल गया, that is one of the wrong options. Split नहीं किया, that is direct slabs लगाया, that is one of the wrong options. 480 पे direct 20% किया, one of the wrong options. Unexhausted basic exemption भूल गया, one of the wrong options. This is the only correct option, and that's the end of our chapter income from other sources, and also the end of episode number 14, second last episode, because I will definitely kitna bhi time lage in 15th episode I will finish everything. This is the end of your second last episode. See you for the last episode. See you in the last episode. Please join me. If you have watched all the episodes till 14, then don't miss it for that one last episode. For now, thank you very, very much.